honest with you, I never had canned chili until, well, a couple years ago. But I was in these murder mysteries. Hold on. I'm still trying to figure out how to use my right hand. I broke it. I broke my wrist in multiple spots like 6 weeks ago. And I am working my way out of my brace / cast. And like, that's as far as she goes forward. That's as far as she goes back, but it's getting better slowly. Okay, so Wolf Brand chili. So I did these murder mystery dinners. They were so much fun, except the guy who managed them was kind of kooky. So we had these different roles, of course. And there was a joke in one of the 80s murder mysteries about Wolf Brand chili. And I, at the time, had no idea what that was about. I don't think I understood, like, a good half of the jokes that were in it. Nor did I understand the music references. Now, like, love me some 80s music. But at that time, I was not so educated. But I tried this stuff, the kind with no beans, the kind that's like the absolute worst for you / tastes the best. Yeah, I got that, and I'm addicted. I'm addicted, and I just can't get enough. It's so good, so sinful, so full of sodium. Don't look at my hand, it's kind of crusty and gross. But yeah, I've been doing pretty well. The first day I got out of it, I was very unhappy. Let's see, I should tell you something about the murder mystery dinners. Oh, there was this one time, I had only actually performed with them like 3 times, and the guy who ran it tells me one day that somebody had called in sick and that I needed to play the main role. And I was like, excuse me? I didn't know that. I didn't know the lines for that other role. It was so awkward. I was supposed to be like the hostess of the event, so like I was part of it, but you know, it had maybe a third of the speaking lines that this other role had, and of course that was the one that my mother and my grandmother had purchased tickets to come to. So the other person, other main character, and I are supposed to get into like a physical altercation at one point, and the other girl who I was friends with at the time was much smaller than me. So I'm 5'8". I was slender then, but this girl was 5'1". No, I don't think she was even 5 foot. I think she was like 4'11", and 95 pounds soaking wet on a bloated day. She was much smaller, so I was overacting, and I'm like, I kept speaking too loudly. Oh God, it was a mess. It was a hot mess, and of course that's the one my mother and grandmother came to. My name is Doomy. Doomy Moore. You may have read my cousin, Demi. So 5 minutes ago. I do movies too. Ever heard of that trashy movie, Striptease? I was in a striptease. All about spackling. Okay, like that was, that was part of one of the characters. It was maybe not written the best, but people liked it, and it went on. I think he did shows like multiple times a week for like 15 years or something crazy. So you can definitely like make a business out of it, but or you could at that time. So that was like my whole acting career all into one. That's not true. So some family friends of ours, I was homeschooled growing up. The washing machine made a scary sound. I was homeschooled kindergarten through 12th grade. All the way, guys. And we had these family friends who also homeschooled, and they had like 10 kids. All the girls had the name that started with the same letter, and then like they dressed the same when they went out, as families with a lot of people do, and I get that, but they decided to enter this Christian film festival, and so like this whole summer 1 year was filled with, well, VBS was very very prominent. And then we filmed this Christian film. It was goofy, okay? So I played this character who was an ice skater, which I also was an ice skater. And the premise was my brother decided to be a bad kid. Now, mind you, the bad kids you started hanging out with, the kinds of things they would do is like, one of them stole a book. Not advocating stealing books, but he stole a book from their school. And then they went to a restaurant, and somebody, like one of the waiters, asked if they'd mind throwing away their trash before they left, and they left it on the table, okay? And then they TP'd someone's yard, but then they were trying to throw a note, and it went through the rock and hit me in the head, and that was the dramatic thing. We spent all summer making this thing. It was so cheesy. We had everybody in his family was involved. Everybody in my family was involved. And my best friend's family too. She held the boom mic. That was her job because she was like, she knew better. she knew better than she knew better than to be in this play with us. Okay, so she's off camera. It's not recorded. I gotta find a copy of that because I do have the DVD of it, and it's, oh man, it's crazy. Oh, hey, editing Patricia here. So I don't think I included the worst part of all of this is that somehow we ended up having a premiere at the church. Okay, so like 100 people showed up. 100 people showed up to see this thing, and it was not the best quality. But we had a lot of fun, and it made us feel like we had social lives, so that was great. I can't believe I agreed to that. Although now that I think about it, I think my mom actually agreed. Well,